Hello, everyone. Thank you for signing up for this learning lab titled Enabling the Enablers of Behavior Change, the Education for Effective Nutrition in Action, ENACT approach. This project is led by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, with support from the German Federal Ministry of Food and Agriculture. I would like to start this presentation by highlighting that although I will mostly refer to ENACT during the course of this presentation, there is a French version, there is a French equivalent known as ENAF. The ENACT course offers professional training in nutrition education. It is based on the ENACT approach, which was developed by FAO in collaboration with several African universities and over the course of several years. The main aim of the ENACT course is to build professional capacities for more effective nutrition behavior change. Why is this important? Most countries are currently facing serious challenges with at least one form of malnutrition. This includes overweight and obesity, underweight and stunting, and micronutrient deficiencies. In addition, malnutrition and poor diets are one of the leading drivers of the global burden of disease. Conversely, good nutrition is an essential component of good health and societal development. Therefore, nutrition education has a key role to play in improving diets and is a catalyst for better nutrition. Although it is more complex than this slide shows, diets are influenced by food environments, food systems, and consumer choices and behaviors. And nutrition education is one of the biggest drivers of all of these components. Jane Sherman is a leading nutrition education expert and one of the leads in developing the ENACT course. She defined nutrition education in a way that encompasses everyone from individual to institutions. Please take some time to read and understand this definition. We will come back to it during the learning lab. This slide shows a few examples of activities that fall under nutrition education. As you can see, all of these often have an aim of improving diet-related practices and behaviors. There is also very strong evidence that combining nutrition education with other nutrition-sensitive programs, such as cash transfers, school feeding programs, homestead food production, will enhance their impact on nutrition outcomes. All of this suggests the need for not just more nutrition education, but also more effective nutrition education. And this is where the ENACT approach began. In 2010, a needs assessment for professional training in nutrition education and communication was conducted. This included literature reviews, interviews with more than 100 country experts, and country case studies in 7 African countries. This needs assessment found that training in nutrition education was lacking in both quantity and in quality, and there was a lack of coordination across sectors. A detailed report of this needs assessment was published in 2011. This report is included in your learning lab preparatory package. Please read the assigned chapters in this report before the learning lab. From the needs assessment finding, inception of the face-to-face ENACT course began in 2012. This work included developing the curriculum, selecting partners, and reaching a consensus on the content and approach of the course before piloting the developed material. A brief course outline is also included in your preparatory package. Please take some time to go through this before the Learning Lab. Piloting of the newly developed ENACT course continued through 2014, with the course being finalized and published in 2015. A copy of Unit 1 of the course is included in your preparatory packet. Before the Learning Lab, please go through the activities as assigned in the agenda provided. In 2015, work also started towards adapting the ENACT course for an online platform and also adapting it for the Francophone region in Africa. The ENACT course was also piloted in Sri Lanka. In the ENAF course and the online ENAF were finalized eventually in 2016. Last year, we then conducted 2 training of tutors workshops, one for the ENACT and one for the ENAF. In total, 118 tutors have been trained in 23 countries in Africa. The ENAF course is also now available as an online course offered through a collaboration with Senghor University in Egypt. And there is currently ongoing work for the adaptation of the ENACT course in India. From this timeline, you can see that a lot of time, thought, and effort has gone into addressing this need for developing the professional capacities of nutrition educators. This work would not have been possible without the support of several partners across the African continent and in Sri Lanka. So what makes the ENACT approach different and more effective? Firstly, it is tailor-made to meet the specific needs that were identified through the needs assessment. It is also very timely. Nutrition education has continued to receive attention as an essential component in nutrition training, and there's been a renewed interest for capacity building in this area. The course also uses a bottom-up approach to learning. Students take ownership of their learning and practice, while the role of the tutor is to facilitate learning rather than conventional lecturing. Finally, the course offers direct experience and practice as part of learning. Students get to engage with their communities through outside activities and a mini project which make up a huge part of the second half of the course. The ENACT course is targeted toward nutrition, dietetics, and health students. It is also suitable for professionals already working in nutrition and health, only if they have some background in nutrition. Therefore, the course can be used at the undergraduate or master's level, and also for in-service staff. At the undergraduate level, the course is recommended for upper classes, that is, students who are in years 3 or in their final year. As mentioned previously, the course puts an emphasis on experience and practice through independent learning, which includes reflections, observation, and practical activities. Tutors facilitate these learning processes through highly participatory and interactive tutorials. And students get to engage in real-world activities through outside activities and the mini project. You will see these highlighted in the course outline document that is shared in the preparatory package. Here are some images showing students participating in tutorials from a number of countries who have adopted the ENACT course. Remember, there are no lectures in ENACT. And here, some pictures show students engaged in outside activities that are part of the learning process. And this slide shows some students presenting the results from their mini projects. This slide summarizes the content of the course. It goes from the basics of nutrition education, including the use of knowledge, attitudes, perceptions, and what influences and shapes them. Going through program planning, implementation, monitoring and evaluation, all the way up to advocacy. The ENACT course takes between 120 and 150 hours for the students, and 20 to 40 hours for the tutors. The course itself is composed of 10 units and an optional mini unit. Each unit has lessons and activities, and either an outside activity or work towards the project, as well as 1 to 2 tutorials and individual and group work. For each unit, students mostly work independently, coming together for a mid-unit tutorial and another tutorial at the end of the unit. The mid-unit tutorial can also be replaced by individual tutor counseling, although the mid-unit tutorial format is highly recommended. The course has received raving reviews from tutors and students alike. Here are a few quotes from some of the students who have taken the ENACT course. Generally, students appreciated the skills that they gained from the independent learning approach that is used in the course. For example, one of the students said, "The tutorial method made me to be more critical in my reasoning." The online courses are tutored via distance learning and have been developed for the Moodle online platform. And as indicated before, the ENACT course is currently offered by Sangho University in Egypt. In conclusion, the ENACT course has been integrated into the curricula of several universities, and there is great demand to adapt the course for health and community workers. We hope that both the face-to-face and online courses will be adopted by even more institutions. The ENACT team can be reached on email address enact@fao.org. Please email us if you have any questions. And just to acknowledge all of the people who have been involved and who are currently involved in the ENACT project. Please remember to go through the materials before the Learning Lab on the 25th of June. Thank you, and I look forward to the online discussion with you.